Welcome to the news for the 20th of June. But first, please subscribe to the channel, click on the like button, click the bell icon to get notified, and support me on Patreon if you can. There's a link in the description below. Welcome to this brief update on the H4 and H4 plugins news front. We have a small update where H4 and H4 plugins both move up to 3.1.0. The main reason for that has been to remove some of the diagnostics from H4 plugins, specifically to do with task dumping and queue dumping, and they've been put back down into H4 where they should have been all along and actually used to be. Don't ask. However, they're now compilable, so there's a hash define which, if you set it to 1, will include the code. If you set it to 0, it saves 9k in the eventual compile binary, both in H4 and obviously in H4 plugins, because that includes it. Also in H4, a very small bug in the thing called the chunker, which not many people use anyway, so probably nobody ever noticed it, and it was only 8 bytes per instance of you using it, so there you go. Minor code changes have they've actually increased the overall loop speed performance by a small margin, but you know, it's worth having. And the PR template, again, most people won't know what that is. It's related to the chunker. That's deprecated. It's going to be removed at the next release. A, because nobody uses it, and B, because I've come up with a much better way, which will be updated to 3.1.1 in some time in the future. But it's a minor thing. It's not important. H4 plugins on the main front. The news is that we had a long running bug with ESP32 reconnections, and many thanks to my friend Hamza, who does a lot of work for the channel, so a big round of applause for him. In some rare, I say rare, it's kind of mostly to do with mobile phone hotspots acting as APs for some reason, and it took us both a long time to find it. For some reason, those types of hotspots send out Wi-Fi connection and reconnection events in a different order from kind of 99.9% of normal routers, and in those cases it would interfere with the reconnection ability. However, that's now been fixed. All of the diagnostic examples have been rewritten due to the change in H4, and there's been a couple of minor changes to serial command in that if you compile the diagnostics out, then some of the commands are no longer available, like show queue, which is kind of obvious. And task sniffer, again, it's a diagnostic that not a lot of people use, but that has now been written so that you can leave it in the code. It doesn't cost you any space, and if you compile in the diagnostics in H4, it will work, and if you compile them out, it just does nothing. So that's about it. Thanks for your time. I hope those things will be useful to you, and have fun using it. Don't forget to contribute to the support group, and have a good time. As always, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, click the notification button, and support me on Patreon if you can. Thanks, and see you next time.